So working on the road is a topic that is very frequently asked about, so I put together just a quick list of 10 websites that could potentially help you find a job that would be cohesive with a traveling lifestyle. Since there are different types of travelers, there's going to be quite a variety throughout this list. Some of these jobs are going to require that you stay in one location for maybe a couple of months at a time, and then some are going to be, more open to where you could work from wherever, whenever, but you may have to consider things like Wi-Fi. So just a little disclaimer, they're not all going to work for everybody, but hopefully you can find something. The main thing they're all going to have in common though is definitely flexibility. Okay, so first off is Craigslist, and I know that some people think Craigslist is super sketchy sketch, which is why we're just going to go ahead and get it out of the way. So they have a whole section for jobs, obviously. But if you're looking for something more for that day, then the gigs section is usually where it's at. Like, literally, look, need dog poo picked up. Sure, why not? Not necessarily ideal, but whatever works. So the good things about Craigslist is that it has listings in tons of different cities, so you can move around. You can get jobs that pay the same day, and typically there's no long interview process. The bad stuff about it is you kind of have to do your own research or trust your gut when it comes to the authenticity of the ad, because people can be cray-cray. And it's also going to take time to filter through to find a good one, because some of these are just kind of random or weird. Second is a website called Shopify.com, and this is for dropshipping. So dropshipping is basically you having your own online business without having to stock your own inventory, because there are wholesale suppliers that have that inventory. The pros and cons of this: the good thing about dropshipping is you can manage it from anywhere, and in terms of this website, it has a free webinar. They break down what to expect when starting. And they also talk about time, money, and taxes, and they just have good overall information if you're going to go this route, especially in terms of resources and the beginning aspect. The negative thing about this would be, since you are starting your own business, it takes a lot of time and a lot of work. The third website on this list is hands down my absolute favorite, and it is Upwork.com. So the good things about it are that it is all freelancing jobs, so everything is location independent so that you can travel. They have different types of jobs to choose from. They have awesome search options or filters to find exactly what you're looking for. And my favorite out of these is the project length, because sometimes, especially if you're traveling, you only have, say, like 2 weeks to dedicate to a project. Then you can search for something that will work best for you and the employer. Like, look at this. Need help right away copying information from a website into a spreadsheet. Like, seriously? Are you kidding? Anybody could do that, and from anywhere. But anyways, the negative stuff being that you do have to sign up for this website, which I know some people don't like doing, but it's free, and since these jobs are all online, you do need constant access to Wi-Fi. Number 4 is flexjobs.com. As you can see, obviously, find telecommuting jobs. This is essentially a lot like Upwork. However, they differ in they have more of a variety in terms of types of jobs to choose from, and not all jobs are online. However, regardless of what job, FlexJobs basically guarantees a flexible schedule. The cons being that you have to sign up, and if you get an online job, you have to have constant access to Wi-Fi. If you get one that's not online, then you may have to stay in one location for a few months. Numero 5 is weworkremotely.com. Another one where all of the jobs are online, but the difference being that you do not have to sign up to apply for a job on this one. But the negative is, of course, Wi-Fi access is still something to consider. Number 6 on the list is FancyHands, fancyhands.com. So more location-independent jobs, makes traveling easier. But these are geared specifically towards anyone wanting to be an assistant, so assistant jobs only. Signing up is required, and you guessed it, you need Wi-Fi. Finally, out of the online job territory, at number 7 is sugarbeetharvest.com. They market and manufacture the sugar from sugar beets, and they need all the extra hands they can get. So this is a seasonal thing, and it happens once a year. They don't have tons of positions to choose from, but it is a pretty straightforward job, and you can make a decent amount of money. From what I hear, they pay very well. However, obviously, you're going to have to be okay with staying in one place for a while. Speaking of seasonal jobs, number 8 is coolworks.com. So these jobs are typically at national parks or something similar, and they focus primarily on the hospitality industry, but there is something for everyone. Like if you search their categories, they've got everything from admin, camp, campground, jobs with horses, jobs with fish. They even have spa jobs. So not all of these are outdoor jobs. This is just a great way to have a stable income and be able to travel at the same time. Oftentimes, these jobs provide opportunities for like affordable lodging and discounts on activities. And I don't know if it's a bad thing, because I kind of think it's the best part, but you get to live somewhere absolutely beautiful for a few months. And technically, you can just bounce around from seasonal job to seasonal job and travel that way. Going into number 9 and 10, we're sticking with the theme of national parks. So the 9th is usajobs.gov, and these are going to be national park service jobs. One bad thing is you do need some requirements for a few of these, such as being a park ranger, but they also have stuff like custodial work or front desk type of jobs, such as visitor service assistant or fee collection. And these differ from Coolworks because they aren't directed mainly at hospitality. Last but not least, number 10 would be just to go to a specific national park website. So different parks have different hotels, different restaurants, and sometimes you can find postings on here that won't show up on the other sites. It's also a good place to check out the park you're considering working at and to find answers to any questions you might have. The only bad thing is that there's just not going to be half as many jobs shown up on here as the other two. So that was my list, and just real quick to summarize, number 1 was Craigslist, 2 was Shopify, 3 was Upwork, then there was Flex Jobs, We Work Remotely, and Fancy Hands. Number 7 was Sugar Beet Harvest, and then 8, 9, and 10 were more of the seasonal and national park jobs, which were Coolworks USA jobs and a national park website itself. And if you have any resources that could benefit someone or add on to this topic, I encourage you to leave it in the comments. In the description box, I will link all of the 10 websites. But yeah, good luck to anyone looking for a job, and I hope that list helps in some way. Other than that, I will see you guys next time.
We made it to the second waterfall, except the bottom was closed, so that kind of sucks, but it's still really pretty.